Hello, you guys. How are you? So happy to be here with you guys. Don't judge me. I'm living out of a suitcase. I think I wore this pretty recently on here, but it is what it is. I still haven't got all my stuff unpacked. So, how are you guys? Wow, what a day it's been. In the true crime world. Hey, Pointer Lover. I know. Such sad news. Hey, Irvin. Trying to get back into true crime. Pink Dahlia. Ooh, girl, I'm going to talk about you some tonight, too. Hey, Luana. Hey, Chitty Chatty Meg. Jennifer. Christine. Hey, Punksy. Wicked West Paranormal. Hey, Vicky. I cannot believe. Hey, Jameson. Can you guys believe that the police couldn't find her, but Adventures with Purpose could? And all the time we hear, even like Tim Mullen, these YouTubians, they're not professionals. They're not law enforcement. No, but it's really cool that they're YouTubers, and they, once again, another case solved by YouTubers or on its way to being solved. Hey, Jameson. So I'm going to pull up Twitter really quick and show you. I have some really two interesting things to talk about with summer. I cannot wait, but we're going to save that for the end and kind of get into some of this with Kiely. I was going to talk about Ryan Upchurch and all of that, and we still can, but there's a lot. There's so much. Okay. So here we have, this is just, I'll actually run it again, but this is Jennifer Coffindaffer. You guys know that's the, she used to work with the FBI. Let's see. Retired FBI agent, law enforcement network analyst. So she goes on TV and stuff for that. Expert witness, Eagle, and self-defense firearms instructor. And I love to get her opinions on stuff. Let me turn off this background music. Hey, Megan. Good to see you. LFT, oh, that girl. Hey, Anonymous. I'm so thankful they found her, too. It's my uniform. With sophisticated equipment that law enforcement cannot afford. Wow. Hey, love my Charlie Faith. I missed you too. I heard law enforcement doesn't have sonar equipment. I didn't know that. First I've heard is Steph's comment. That's crazy. They are more than YouTubers, but still, they're YouTubers. They're not law enforcement, and they don't, just like the people that caught Gabby's van. And that's how she was found, so police can do a lot. Police can, and a lot do have that equipment. So sad, but I'm glad that she was able to find her. Yeah, it's super emotional. They are way more than that. Yes, they are, but still, the point is, they went out to look for Suzanne Morphew, and some of the places they wanted to go were still frozen. I hope that they go back, but they actually found a shirt that they believe belonged to her, which is really cool. Ooh, yeah, I totally love that. Pink, if you're in here when we get to it, 100%. I was gonna do like a live where you could come up, like a fully just on that, but we can do it now too. I heard specifically they do not have sonar on the news. They need to find a place for their new Hellcat. Yes. Holy moly. What is he saying now? We got to see. Hey, Slink. Hey, Carly. Okay, let's get into this really quick, and then I'll come back to chat. I don't want to waste too much time. So let's go for the latest with her and just see what comes up. Okay. Sammy posted this on Instagram at 15:25 Pacific time. She said, "It has not been confirmed whether or not this information is true. This post has been made before any of the law enforcement or family has been notified. Law enforcement is going out there now to confirm information. Please be patient as we figure this out further on whether or not this is true." So I want to know what you guys think. What are you thinking? Her friend is feeling guilty today. It's very unfortunate. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kate. Good to see you. Anyone won that scat pack? I don't know what that is. They do these searches way more than law enforcement. Yeah, they found a lot of people, which is really awesome. I wish, oh my God, I know. Me too. Hey, Britt. Is it really Sammy? I heard she has now deleted the post. That's what I heard too. So then that must mean that, yes, it is true. It is so sad. Hey, sis, good to see you. I know other times when Adventures with Purpose has found people, they actually don't get the reward. Like there's things I've heard of that, and I've also heard with Donna, the psychic, when she's found people or found accurate information, and then like something happens in the end, and they don't end up getting it. Dive teams find missing Kiely Rodney, 16. Oh, look how cute she is. Oh, and car upside down in the lake. That's Daily Mail. Kiely has been found. Hold on, you guys. Okay, sorry. I just don't really want Billy around for this at all. I don't know. I wonder why, like, if this is the case, one, let's talk about how social media can totally spin things to a point, and we may be blaming people that are innocent. That's pretty important, right? And I can't help but think about that. But then again, I think, why weren't they talking? Why wouldn't they talk? Why all the weird stuff? What were there drugs or something like that involved that maybe they don't want to like tell on themselves about? Or was someone else with her at the time? I don't know. We don't know yet. There's so many possibilities. We have to wait until we hear from law enforcement. Hey, Angela. Hey, Lori. This is how I feel about it. Did you comment up here? Think she left under the influence and ended up in the water. I said it all along. Many people will get hurt with false accusations. But you got to admit, when they come out, it's still on her Insta. Thank you, Kate. When they come out and say, they're not talking, or when the kids are going, give me your information and I'll tell police, things like that, you've got to take note of and understand that those are kind of weird and suspicious, right? I heard she took that post down after about 45 minutes or so. Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. It's weird. Holy moly, Sharice. And we can talk about that some too. I wanted to talk about, before they found her, I had the live scheduled, and we were just going to talk about how it has become a circus so quick. And with a lot of interest, it does, that happens. Creators know that, the more shocking or crazy their titles are or whatever, that the more views they're going to get. And sadly, a lot of people see these horrible tragedies as opportunities, business opportunities. That's why you get on here and see, FBI searches when they're not, or, this criminal committed, self-harm, but they didn't, things like that. Because when the interest is there, there's the views, there's the money. It's sick, actually, really sick. I feel so bad for her family sitting there these last couple weeks. I know. Oh my God. Hey, Nikki. I think her friends didn't give information because they didn't have any. They told what they knew. It seems she probably passed alone, trapped in her car. Oh my God. Mm-mm. I said all along, though, even though hey, Chloe, I thought it was suspicious that kids are weird and they want attention, and it's normal to pretend like I had friends who passed away in school, and there would be people that would show up at the funeral and just be like distraught, crying at the casket, and like that didn't even talk to them much, right? So kids do that. I don't know. Don't have the answer, of why, but I guess just because they're immature and they want attention. Very true, Pink Dahlia. I believe so. Molly, I was watching Molly Goodlightly. She said this, that her husband always tells her the Occam's razor, simplest explanation is usually it. But if we look at how she got in the water, the simplest explanation would be an accident. Is it possible that there was something more? Of course, but I think we all know what happened and how she ended up in the water, young and inexperienced, sadly, and also under the influence. Yep. That's true, April. It's possible. I've been called names by someone's followers. It rolls off my. I'm sorry, Cherise. That's crazy. Her car was upside down. That is interesting. LFT and Pointer Lover. I had thought about that too. I'd like to know exactly where it was and like how much of a run she could have got at it, how fast she was could have been going, and yeah. I will say I do think it's important to wait on the autopsy. I know we're all assuming it's an accident, which I also believe, but I hope creators from here wait on more facts. Well, have you seen? I mean, come on, we're seeing that accusing other creators of selling children and some really, really, really crazy stuff. You guys, when you get on here, I don't know. There's consequences for all of our actions, right? So, simplest explanation is she was young and under the influence and lost control of her car. Yeah, I do agree with you. Hey, seven of us. I know, except for when it's not. When it's not what the simplest explanation. Hey, A for Advocate. My little brother's funeral is the biggest one I've ever been to. Inside the funeral home and the whole parking lot was packed with kids. Oh my God, Chloe, that's all. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, that girl. Can you imagine? I hope that she like passed out or something and wasn't awake. I don't know if they'll be able to tell that, but they would, right? I do too. And I hope I'm not saying that they should feel guilty for the rest of their lives. I do think they should feel a little bit guilty, though. It should be a learning lesson, right? You don't do that. When people that you care about are under the influence, usually, yeah, you make sure that they're safe. And that's your responsibility when you go out and party with your friends, especially in the middle of the damn woods with hundreds of people and water all around you. It's crazy that the police even had people swimming in the water. How could law enforcement not see the entry point? It was at the campsite. That's what I know. And they swore that the locals swore that the terrain was so soft that there would have been tracks. Mother's worst nightmare. I still find Sam's behavior so odd and chopped up. I'm sure we will find out what and how it happened. Vicky, oh my God, I saw a picture of some of the fentanyl that came across the border, and it was like made to look like Roxy's, like oxycodone pills. Oh my God. And it looked like very much like them. The colors, there was multiple colors though, but still could have swerved to miss an animal. That's true. The road goes down a steep area and immediately into the water. I'm sure the car flipped a few times. Right at the party site. 300 yards from the campsite. Wow. That's enough time to get going, though, a little bit fast, but they will be able to tell if she drowned or not. Yes. I know that they'll be able to tell if she drowned, but will they be able to tell if she was awake or maybe unconscious, like had just nodded out from drugs, not died from drugs or anything, but just like nodded out? Because wouldn't there be certain specific chemicals that your body would release when you're asleep versus awake? And can they tell? That girl would know because she I know that you're like the word is losing my mind. Like at the funeral home, the people who embalm, do all the stuff with the bodies. What is it called again? Why is my brain so? Mortician, is that it? No, not a medical examiner. What's the other one? Depend on what they find in her lungs and stomach. Okay, that's true. So if she was if she was asleep, she would be breathing. So it'd go in the lungs. Hey, Serenity. So does no one still feel foul play? I think people are still leaving that open. It's kind of what I've seen just from like looking around. Okay, Amanda. I don't know, Johnny. Ain't that the truth? They were just like, it was only like 3 minutes. When you hear that, it does make you think probably drove into the water, right? You say goodbye and within 3 minutes. If she went off the boat ramp, it looked like it was cement. Ooh. Huh. I'm disappointed that law enforcement didn't find her. That's a good point, Britt. The kids made the comment she wouldn't be in the water by the party, sus. Ooh, weird. In my 20s, I probably drove thinking I was like, oh, I know I did. I drove home with one eye open, like could barely see the lines on the road. That's sad, but yes. We've had so many deaths due to overdoses. I'm so sorry, Vicky. Tolerance has a role, so can't really tell. Mortician, medical examiner, coroner, which one is it? Mortician, thank you. I don't know what kind of condition she will be in for them to know that. I think if there was heavy head trauma, they could tell. The air pocket in the cab of the car could make it flip upside down until it filled up with the water. Would have some buoyancy at least, kind of. Yeah, like so as it started to sink, it might start tilting a little bit. That makes sense. I still think it's a setup, possible. As she hit the rocks on the way down. So would she have had to roll from the ground into it? Is that what you're saying? I never felt foul play. Wow. I think her friends just wanted attention. You guys, wow. Hey, Ginger, good to see you. That would leave a trail of broken branches and debris. I still feel foul play. Drugs on the streets are super dangerous. Yep, absolutely. LFT, I know. It's crazy. You were just with her like 3 minutes before, or you just talked to her, last saw her, whatever it was. I can't remember. People were saying they saw a car under the water in the drone footage. Oh my, I'd like to see that. The car did not enter the water from the Vicky did not enter the water from the boat ramp. She went off the road and then down the cliff area into the water. Well, let's see if I can just pull it up. Does anybody have think I can just pull up Google Maps really quick and just like what was it called again? Presser. Prosser Family Campground. I'm saying Presser. Prosser Family. Okay. Permanently closed, it says. Okay. Wait, this is where I live. I'm like, wait a minute. I see boat ramp and everything there, so it threw me off a second. Okay. So let's stop this screen share for a moment and let me pull this up. Sorry, you guys. Now, I can't wait. We're going to get into summer in a second, and this stuff is very interesting, and you don't want to miss it if you're following the case. There's two things that are really, really good. And if Pink Dahlia is still here, she can come up. We're going to go to her channel. I linked it in the description. I hope you guys will go and subscribe. Let's see. Oh, wrong thing. Daggone it. I suck, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, see, weren't people thinking that she went like right here, that they were right here at the party? Where was it? You guys right here? And they were thinking she went down this? That looks pretty steep right there, but the road doesn't seem like super close. Maybe right here? Probably went, I guess I would assume this way and maybe went off the road here somewhere. But I don't know. That's just like an assumption based on this looks like a cliff. Oh, I got to take that off the screen. Dang. Sorry, you guys. So see what I'm saying? Like I was thinking, right? I don't know if you can see my mouse. Let me know if I'm right. Did she leave and go this way and go off this cliff right here? Like it kind of looks like it's straight up and down. Or it's kind of well, that isn't the way out of there though, but we don't know where exactly she parked. Does anybody know? Let's see. I feel like something suspect happened. That Sammy girl slipped up and said she was driving. Then she was being driven. Huh. Was the drone footage from the people who found her? I don't know. There you are, Pink Dahlia. Really, finding someone in a missing person situation is half the battle. Why does this keep disconnecting? Ugh. Yep, we're just going to have to wait. Did you guys see 200 trafficking victims were rescued yesterday. 37 were active missing juvenile cases. Wow. Youngest was only 11. That's incredible. Thank God they were found. Law enforcement will be able to reconstruct it. Okay. Now, let's get into summer wells, okay? There's two things. I'm going to play something first that's unrelated to Pink, so then I'll let Pink in, and then we'll talk about that. Rena, hey, good to see you. Okay, where were they found? I don't know, Chitty Chatty Meg. I guess we got to wait and see. Stop that. Uh-oh. So sad. It's quite emotional, right? When we're all following these cases like this and and they're found. Okay. Okay. So this is a friend of mine. I'm going to put her channel in the chat right now, and we're going to watch some of this. Try not to watch it all so you guys can go over there and support her later, but we will kind of get the idea of it. She put this out about a week ago. Let's see. Hello. Thank you, Lynn. This is Lips. She's awesome. I love her. You guys have to go check her out. She actually got to know Candace a little closer than most. Started, talk to her all the time and learned quite a lot about her. And this is a recording of her and Summer's best friend Journey, and it's her mom Marlena, and they're talking about the last time that they saw Summer and stuff. So I have relief when they are found. I know it is, but it is emotional. Ugh. I wonder how Jagger feels since he knew she was safe and just fine, right? Not that I want him to feel bad, I don't, but I wonder what he's thinking now since he so definitively said that she was fine. Oh, I know. I was dropping lips. I'm gonna drop it. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me get this out of here. Oh shoot, wrong thing.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
The thing that's different about a Verbo vacation home, you always have the whole place to yourself.
Oh, it's not echoing because of my headphones. I do have YouTube Premium, just not on here. Let's see. Just 1 second. Shoot. Sorry, y'all.
So I don't know what game or whatever they're playing.
Okay, just a minute. All right, let's just listen for a second, and then I'll decide how we're going to do this. I've already listened, but still.
So I don't know what game or whatever they're playing, but then again, my daughter said that they were packing her suitcase to make her go away, that she was taking a trip. So I don't know.
Yeah, was your daughter the day before?
My daughter was there 4 days before. My daughter was there on that Friday before that Tuesday she was missing.
Y'all hear that? So Journey stayed with Summer, went over to Summer's on Friday, and she said that they were packing a suitcase. Okay, Pink, here we go. Was last seen in Truckee, California. Thank you, Twilight Zone. Invite, copy to clipboard. There we go. Oh, thank you, Unique Trauma Obsessed. I appreciate that, babe. Okay. Weird, I know. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit so we hear that again, and then we'll just let it play for maybe like a few more seconds, and then we'll get into our next subject, and you guys can go support her over there. This is like the most for me. Let's read her description box. She says, Journey, Summer's best friend, told her mother, Marlena, that Summer Wells's bags were being packed up to go on a trip. Where was she going, and why is she gone?
I don't know what game or what. So I don't know what game or whatever they're playing, but then again, my daughter said that they were packing her suitcase to make her go away, that she was taking a trip. So I don't know.
Yeah, was your daughter the day before?
My daughter was there 4 days before. My daughter was there on that Friday before that Tuesday she was missing.
Oh my God, that just it just turns my stomach.
What was it? What was that day like? Was you there?
No, her grandmother, Summer's grandmother, brought my daughter home.
How was she? How would we call her?
Now, Sharice, no, we don't know if it's true. It's hearsay, right? But I think that what we try to do is take note of all the hearsay, right? And then we take like an extra note when it lines up with something else we've heard. You hear all the time, people are like, there's no proof that anyone did anything. There's no hard proof. Well, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence to make us think that at the very least, Summer was being neglected. And God, your mind goes dark places when you start uncovering some of the things. What Pink comes up here and what we watch on her channel, you guys, we've already talked about some of it, but you're going to see the man himself telling about the searches for Summer and the dogs and the barrels and everything.
Her Grandis. It's like Candace, but with a grandma.
Candace's mom is weird in her own way too.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
LFT.
but like
I talked to her too.
Candace has got tattoos of her sister that's missing in Ohio or wherever she's missing from.
Wisconsin.
She's got the same, yeah, Wisconsin. She's got the tattoos of the woman that's missing in Wisconsin.
Oh shoot.
Candace herself does.
Oh,
you did?
Yeah,
Kitty
that's
cat?
why we say Grandis. And
I didn't hear about it 3 weeks ago. This was only posted on the 14th of August, and Lips is the only one who had it. So I don't know.
Candace, because they're
About a week ago.
And yes, and she liked. I mean, in May at this time, she was talking to a boy Candace was talking to a boy that was younger than me, and I'm 35, and he went like 21. Not even 21.
Listen.
Josie, not Josie. They were the boys that live right there on the corner going into the road.
Okay, now we're going to stop there. You guys have to go over, listen to the rest. Let me tell you, I went to that house. I knocked on the door for a bit. They did not answer. Pink, so she's saying, do you remember the house on the corner? As soon as you turn in, that little trailer that we turned around at with the fence?
Yep.
So apparently, Candace told her that she was talking to a young man that stayed there. A young man, 20 years old.
Good Lord.
Or younger. Maybe I mixed it up with other videos. That's okay, Kitty Cat. Or maybe Lips has mentioned it somewhere. She could have done that because she's had these videos for months. A lot of these. So Pink, oh my gosh, I've kind of explained some of what happened with you. Do you want me to play your video and then you can explain everything after and kind of what else is not in the video? You want to do it like that?
Yeah, I think that would be a better way to approach it.
Now, I linked her channel in the description box of this video. You guys go over and support her. And the fact that dude, you always say, I'm not like you guys. I don't do all the research. You girls just know so much more than me. And look at what you found. See, that's some
It was
great
quite unexpected, I gotta say. I was there for a Dogman conference. I mean, I was in Tennessee, and I'm not gonna say I wasn't thinking of summer, but that's not what I was there for. And I was just really kind of surprised by this. Anyway, go ahead and play.
Well, it's going to take me a second to pull it up. So I'm pulling it up now, but
I do appreciate anybody going over to my channel, but there's only that one video. So
there's going to be more.
Yeah. So far.
There's going to be more. Okay, let's go. Here it is. I'm not on my regular account and I'm not subscribed on this one. So I had to find it through my description box because I'll tell you guys, if you're looking for a channel that's a little smaller, that's just starting, it can be really, really hard to find it. Amber. Oh, look, Amber's here. So good to see you.
Hey, ATS.
Ooh, I like your picture. You're so cute.
I was playing Bang Bang yesterday with my friend.
Be careful, Unique. Yeah, that looks fun.
To the shooting range, and he is like armed to the teeth, and I got to try all these different weapons, and he was showing me safety and just general gun safety, which I haven't been around guns like a lot of people, and so I've only ever shot a .22 rifle up at my place up north. So that was really fun. But that picture, that is a hand cannon. I could barely hold that up with one hand. He said that's the biggest handgun made. He said it's the biggest handgun made in the world. It's a Smith & Wesson 500, apparently. I don't know anything about that stuff, so I'm learning though.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk outside with you so we can watch this out there because the kids are about to eat dinner and stuff, and I really need a cigarette.
I'm going outside too for a cigarette. You read my mind.
So did you have fun? Did you have fun in Tennessee at the thing? And are you happy you went? And
oh my God, I'm so glad I went. I had a blast. And I wasn't really having a lot of a blast around that time. And I just was like, you know what? I cannot go and feel the same, or I can go and roll the dice on feeling differently. And I'm just so glad I did.
I'm so glad you did too.
Yeah.
I really am. Okay,
and I've been able to maintain some stuff. That's good.
And now you've got a new friend.
Yes, I made a lot
which
of new
is
friends
awesome.
and got to see, you know, and got to meet a bunch that I've just been friends online with for, last couple of years. And it was just, I'm telling you, no, I don't even recall seeing anybody drink a beer. Like nobody needed to numb or pad, or everybody was just so excited to
Well,
be together. It
good.
was really awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to play it now and I'm going to just mute and let's watch the whole thing. Unless you
Yeah.
have something to say, you can speak up and just tell me to stop it.
Sure.
And if not, I'm just going to play it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, hi guys, how's it going today? As you well know, I'm down in Paris, Tennessee with a bunch of friends, made a new one. This is my friend Justin, and we were talking about Tennessee, about cryptids and stuff, and we got on the topic of Gatlinburg and Rogersville and Summer Wells. And Justin just said he had a few things, interesting things about the case that he wanted to share. And I begin to
Is it not playing correctly? Or is
It
it
cut out
playing
on
okay?
me. It cut out on me, but I wasn't sure if it was my internet or not. It kind of went robot and then just
That's what.
froze.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see.
I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault, I think. But okay, everything's okay. My internet's bad too, and it's storming here, so I can't tell. But if there's an issue, I'll be watching chat. You guys just let me know.
Okay.
to share, and I did not even begin to ask, say, can we record? He said, sure, so here we go. Justin, share what your thoughts are on Summerwell, Rogersville, just the entire.
So the last conference I was at in Townsend, Tennessee, afterwards, a lot of us went out to eat. And during the course of the conversation, the gentleman and his wife at the table behind us started asking us questions about what was going on. And I started talking to him. Come to find out, the gentleman was a law enforcement officer who had been called in to assist for the Summer Wells case.
Okay.
And I won't say, what department he was with or what agency.
Yeah, you don't.
But he was telling me that it was very suspicious, but there was a lot of focus on the family of what happened. And without getting into the crazy details of it, the general consensus is the family was involved somehow, whether directly or indirectly, they know what's going on.
Are you serious? Was it me? Oh my gosh. Robot, and freezing. Holy cow. Okay, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to have to get my hotspot on, I think. I'm sorry. I suck. And it's storming, so it's not good. But
you don't suck, but it's if there's something I can do to help, you'll just have to tell me how.
No, not really. But now this is not the search and rescue guy, right?
No. He didn't want to be on camera or recorded. He just said he would talk to me. And I still have to follow up with both of these gentlemen because now all the questions have started, filing in. And if anybody else has questions, please submit them for these two.
Ooh, yeah. Leave them under Pink's video. That'd be great.
Because I'm positive there's going to be things I don't think of,
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to get my hotspot on because it'll probably work a lot better.
I can even hear you better already, Al. You were even going robot a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, just a little, but.
Okay. Well, let's see. There's that. Okay. Are you there?
Me? Yeah.
Am I okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, hi guys, how's it going today? As you well know, I'm down in Paris, Tennessee with a bunch of friends, made a new one. This is my friend Justin, and we were talking about Tennessee, about cryptids and stuff, and we got on the topic of Gatlinburg and Rogersville and Summer Wells. And Justin said he had interesting things about the case that he wanted to share. And I did not even begin to ask. I said, can we record? He said, sure. So here we go. Justin, share with us what your thoughts are on Summer Wells, Rogersville, just the entire
So I used to live
scenario.
up in Rogersville, so
Okay.
I know the area. The last conference I was at in Townsend, Tennessee, afterwards, a lot of us went out to eat. And during the course of the conversation, the gentleman and his wife at the table behind us started asking us questions about what was going on. And I started talking to him. Come to find out, the gentleman was a law enforcement officer who had been called in to assist for the Summer Wells case.
Okay.
And I won't say, what department he was with or what agency.
Yeah, you don't.
But he was telling me that it was very suspicious, but there was a lot of focus on the family of what happened. Mm-hmm. And without getting into the crazy details of it, the general consensus, the family was involved now, whether directly or indirectly, they know what's going on. There was some discrepancies about what they were allowed to search for and what they weren't allowed to search for. As far as, one of the big things is apparently on the property, there was a lot of 55-gallon barrel drums.
Really?
On the property. And in their search warrant, they were supposed to be allowed to search them, but word came down from higher up that they were not allowed to search the barrels at all.
Okay, folks, I'm getting chills on my arms, and it is 100 degrees here. So that's new information. That's, or at least to me,
was not released at all.
I don't recall any of us talking about that. We've talked about mines. We've talked about abandoned wells, sheds, many things. 55-gallon drums being on the warrant, and okay, that's interesting.
Apparently, what the drums were was when the family would use the restroom, they would use 5-gallon buckets and then empty the 5-gallon buckets
Not
into
shocked,
the drums.
but okay, go ahead.
Right, no septic issues. I mean, it happens.
Well, and the more you know the household, the family. Okay, anyway.
Yes, right.
Whatever. I'm not trying to be judgy.
No, it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
But that's what the 55-gallon drums supposedly were the repositories of all their waste.
Instead of just dumping it in the woods.
Instead of just dumping in the woods, they put them in these barrels.
Let's save our poo.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So that was the big thing that he was telling me about was they were basically tied up as what they were allowed to do as far as their search. There were areas they weren't allowed to search and things they weren't allowed to check into. There was a lot of suspicion directed to not necessarily the family themselves, but maybe some criminal elements involved with the family that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
The idea being that the family probably knows what happened, at least in general. Mm-hmm. And to speak also with that, there's another gentleman I know that I spoke with.
I'm going to switch sides because this arm's getting tired.
Who was a search and rescue. And he was called out there with the cadaver dog.
Okay, yes, tell us about that because
he got there. He got there. There were no 55 gallons on the property.
Really?
Okay, pause a
so
second.
I haven't been able to establish a timeline as far as when each individual was out at the property, but obviously there was one point where there were 55-gallon drums, and then they were gone within just a couple of days afterwards.
Okay,
so,
this is fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously, Justin, because this is stuff that this is at least new to me. Now, I'm not saying it's new to every person on this platform, but that is the first I've heard, and I have been there and I've dug into this, not as deeply as maybe some of my friends have, but I've not heard that, and I thank you for sharing that. It's really fascinating.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this, and I don't want to be leading, but there's really no way to ask this kind of show being sort of leading, but any thoughts on trafficking being a possibility in this?
Yes, that was one of the possibilities, either directly or being involved with the trafficking trade.
That's my personal, me personally, and I want to speak for myself, not any of my friends that are creators or anything like that.
That was brought up within the conversations that
in my gut from the beginning.
With the law enforcement officer. That was definitely one of the avenues they were looking at.
In the conversation you had?
Yes.
Did you say pause?
A minute ago I did.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh no, that's
Mikey was
okay.
how you're talking.
It's no worries at all. Just back to, I just wanted to make a obvious correction here. Obviously, I know about the for sale drum, right? That was in the
Yeah, but you've not heard
dancing.
about. Yes.
But I had not heard about any being on a warrant or many of them being on there and then magically disappearing or anything
Right.
like that. So I just wanted to make a quick correction. And one little caveat to that is if people will look back and remember Dancing in the Rain, it's upright, it's still in its original shape, and it says for sale on it. By the time Chris McDonough gets there, it's tipped over on its side. The for sale is painted over and it's been like halfway squished. Just a observation is all I'm saying. Anyway,
good observation. And yes, very proud of you, Pink. This is so cool, so awesome. And I knew what you meant when you said you hadn't heard. I knew exactly what you meant. I think most of us
you
did.
just know how people can run away with things. So
I know they do.
Yeah.
There, people are. Yeah, they go to. You know how it is. But okay, I'm gonna keep playing.
And I by no means claim to be a professional in this. You know, it's like,
no,
you know,
you've done a great job though. As a normal person,
I wasn't going to not collect it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I was just not
none of us are
expecting it at all.
professionals. I'm not, I'm not. We're just normal people. So I think you did an awesome job, really.
Well, thank you.
And I bet you were like, "Holy cow!" Because
I
know
was.
you were. You called me.
I was sweating bullets because it was literally 100 degrees. It was so hot, and you're mingling with all these people, and your brain is just flitting from one thing to the next. You know, we're already there to discuss a pretty mind-blowing topic, right?
Right. Yeah.
There was a sheriff there that spoke on dogmen. So there's 18 people missing from the LBL. I mean, these aren't just people making up stories. Again, a law enforcement man spoke there. So it was just, your brain's just all over the place. Last thing I was expecting anyone to bring up was summer. And when it did, I was just like, whoa, wait, what? So.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm so glad it did, though. It's very interesting.
But he says something important here coming up. So go ahead and continue.
Okay. I'm going to pull it back about 15 seconds so we hear the last minute all together. And then we'll.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes. Me personally, and I will speak for myself, not any of my friends that are creators or anything like that.
That was brought up in the conversations that
in my gut from the beginning.
With the law enforcement officer, that was definitely one of the avenues they were looking at.
In the conversation you had?
Yes. Very specifically, apparently there is some kind of ties between trafficking and the family history without getting into it.
People
like that.
I don't want to be right, but
that is a topic. So either the idea is she was taken for trafficking, or something was owed to the traffickers, or there was a debt that had to be paid, or something like that. And then Summer got caught up in it.
That's just my personal feelings, but that just gives me the willies hearing it from somebody I just met 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yep. We hadn't talked about this.
We're here for a completely different topic. We're here for cryptids, Dogman. This is wild. And so, Justin, thank you so much for.
I just can't get over how great you did, but I want to play something before we talk about this that goes back all the way to the day before the prank, okay? And let's see. I think this is the first part, and we've listened to this on here before, but it's still, I think this is important.
I think refreshers are good
for obvious reasons. Okay.
Stuff,
Oh, sorry. I do too. Say it. Go ahead. You finish that, and then I'll play it. I started it before I heard you.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I just said go ahead. I know I forget things, so yeah, refreshers are good.
Yeah, and then after what we just heard from you guys, wait till you hear this again.
Okay. For obvious reasons. Okay. So I'm going to get right to it. My question for Don. Is the $50K that you said you borrowed, Don, was that $50,000 in cash or $50,000 in product? Thank you, Soul Skin. Thank you. Because this is about Summer. Okay. So I have receipts. I would never, ever say this without proof. I have, oh, good Lord. I have voice recordings of him. I have screenshots. I can't show them all because this person wants to remain anonymous. Because he offered to help her monetarily because he, quote unquote, felt sorry for her. He also told this woman he loved her and other weird things. But I'm going to share with you the receipt that I am going to show you today. Hopefully in the future I can show you more. But for now, this is enough. So this is Donald on his Facebook, speaking with a woman that he's been confiding in. And she says, "Who do you think took Summer?" He says, "Wish I knew. Got a 12 gauge ready." She says, "Was there anyone you owed money to, or that has maybe vanished from your life since Summer got taken? Borrowed $50,000. LOL." And there's more.
Now, is that not, there's another part, but I'll just leave that there. Oh, I know, Smoky Blue Days. Most won't talk, but let's talk about the search and rescue, Pink, that you met, and you saw his vehicle and all of that stuff.
Just
You there?
search and rescue vehicle parking lot.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out a little bit for me. Can you guys hear her right? No confirmation. Okay, Just Mike, thank you. Pink. Jenny? Can y'all hear me in chat? You hear me? Okay, Amber, thank you. I don't hear Pink. Do you guys? No. Oh, man. You do? Amy, you hear, or you hear me? Oh, no. Okay. Pink Dahlia, we can't hear you. You want to try to come back in? She also met a search and rescue. This guy is not law enforcement, but his friends are. And the search and rescue that she met actually took his dog to the house. And yeah, very interesting. Like I said, it's all hearsay, but it's really weird when a lot of different hearsay comes back to the same place. She said the search and rescue guy, like, even knows who Jody Sue is. I won't tell you guys that. I want to wait and see if she comes back. Can you try to come back, Pink? I can remove you and then you click the link again. I'm going to remove it and then click the link and come back. I hope she can hear. What if she's in there talking? Pink. I forgot. It just moves her backstage. Wait, I do this. Kick from studio and then come back in. Okay, you guys. Damn, that sucks. Just Mike, I don't know. I guess we wait and see. Adventures with Purpose says that they're going to do a live tomorrow. I would assume a press conference would come pretty soon. Something about this, though, these barrels and the trafficking, I mean, it just makes so much sense, right? Think about it. And I don't know. And also, even if they had a toilet, maybe sometimes they weren't paying their water. There's different reasons. Or before they got it. I got dropped, Alex. Yeah, I got you, girl. Oh no, smoky blue days. It's storming here, so I'm roboting. Jesus. Yeah, I was dropping it. I'm gonna refresh my page just 1 sec, you guys. Hello. Now I'm outside. No, I'm not. Hey, Jordan, good to see you. Amber, I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Hopefully she got that link. North Carolina weather plus North Carolina internet. I know. What do you guys think though? Did you guys ever have thoughts about that barrel at first, that dancing video? Do you think that this is a stretch? I mean, it is hearsay. It's not a fact. Here's Pink. I know, Jordan. It's awful. Hello.
Hey, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
So I don't know. Do you want me to start over?
Yes, because we didn't hear
so
any
I
of
had
it.
seen I saw a search and rescue vehicle in the parking lot, but I don't know if anybody caught this, but I was saying like we were at a hotel, so there was no way I could be really sure that he was even with us, but it did catch my attention. You know, there's pigtails on it and everything. So turned out this search and rescue guy went to grade school with my friend Letitia, who I was there with. So I was like, okay, this person is who he says he is. He's clearly who he says he is. Now I can't be 100% certain if he was actually there. You know, I have no proof of that. But again, I'm not real sure why this guy would talk to me for a few minutes and lie. Like I don't know. He wasn't on the record or anything. You know, I don't know. Just take it for what it's worth. But whatever the case, he said that he and his dog, who I met, very cute dog, ran the perimeter like by the easement where you and I were standing, Alex. But he did the whole perimeter of their property, and his dog did not pick up any scent of Summer, and nor did anyone else's outside of their property. So again, you know, you can take that for what it's worth. It doesn't mean she wasn't brought off of the property, but it just said to me again, I don't believe she walked off. I don't believe that she was hit by a car or something. That it would be all over if she got hit by a car, you know what I mean? Yep. So anyway, I just thought that was just 2 bits of information I was not expecting to hear, particularly there and then. So
I'm so glad you did. It's really, really interesting because remember, they said that somebody in law enforcement, I don't recall who, said that the dogs, they traced her scent down to the driveway or down to the road. Well, that's still, if he did the perimeter, you know, then that shows you
he's talking down to like on the easement. So she would have had to cross the easement to get to the road or to, you know, what have you.
Yes.
Or somebody would have to, if they saw her down at the bottom of that back drive by the shed where you and I were filming that day, they would have had to pull it and grabbed her. So either way, she didn't walk off herself and she didn't walk out and get hit by a car was my takeaway from it.
Look at Wee Scottish Mall. The red barrel has throughout this case haunted me. It is my number one theory that it was advertising Summer and things went wrong.
Yep. That video and a couple other photos and another TikTok, they just give me chills thinking about him right now. No mother that I don't believe any truly tuned in, caring mother would incidentally post those things. I mean, you might take a picture or film, but when you go to add music and filters
you can see
and all
her
this stuff, you think it might occur to a mom that it looks like she's selling her kid. And I think I know what you're about to say, and I agree 100%. She's being directed in that video.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up again.
Yeah.
Because
as soon as that red barrel gets out of focus, they pull her back into where it's in focus.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I feel like I'm seeing.
I'm pulling up a channel, you guys. Evil Exist. If you don't know the channel, they are an incredible channel that posts updates all day and all night long about a lot of the cases that we talk about, and follow a lot of cases sometimes that you don't know about. So if you guys aren't subscribed over there, please go subscribe. Now they did a video basically about her being directed, and here, I'm pulling it up. I think it's starting, but you guys can't hear it yet. Hold on. There we go. We'll listen to what they have to say.
Interview with Voices Behind the Wall 2 days ago. See the link in description to watch the full video. While watching the interview,
Wait, is that the dress she's wearing in that last picture? Did we talk about that? So I swear I think I've heard that before, but is it?
In the
Me too, your lover. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, you guys, I pinned my thing at the top. I had a couple people ask if I was going to do a wish list or anything like that, and I just figured, nah, I don't know. I'll just pin my PayPal or whatever, and yeah. And what were you going to say, Pink? Yes, it is the same.
I don't remember. Sorry, I don't know.
That's okay.
I don't remember.
Hey, I love that blueberry lemonade vape is so yummy tasting. Yeah, it's the same kind that you had. I got it here, but it's the same exact brand that you told me about, and I love it. It's really good.
Oh, cool.
Good recommendation. Okay.
Yummy.
Here we go.
noticed that Dawn started talking about Facebook and TikTok and how Candace put pictures of Summer on there. He said that he thinks someone saw those pictures and wanted Summer to themselves or for the sex trade.
Okay, so right here, I'm actually going to mute it because so that I can talk. But watch right here. This is where she turns around for sale. Oh my God, I can't.
Right?
She walks. This is when she waits. It's like she's listening again, and then starts dancing again. Dance, Summer. Okay, twirl. You know what I mean? That kind of
just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh my God, me too. Me too. Your vape is blue raspberry lemonade. Oh my God, I've been wanting to try the Elf Bar ones. Matter of fact, remember at the hippie house, they had a sign that said the Elf Bar vapes were out of stock. He said they were so popular they can't keep them on their shelves. Remember?
Yeah.
We were like, what's the Elf Bars?
Right.
It looks like the dress has a denim back. What do y'all think? Yeah, I think
it
so
does,
too.
or at least blue. Yeah, denim or blue. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But here she goes off to the, well, it'd be the left, but looking at the video to the right, and she gets guided back, to keep that barrel in the frame. You got to remember when people are filming, you got to remember what is in the frame. What's in the frame is meant to be in the frame. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. She does, though. She's basically.
Frankly, I'm surprised they'd have their plate number in there, but whatever.
Dang, I never ever noticed that she does kind of go off with the barrel out, but then every time it's brought straight back there.
Right. And see how that barrel, watch the barrel. Don't even pay attention to Summer. Watch the barrel and see how centrally that stays in the frame until she walks away, and then she gets brought back to where it's back in the frame again.
You're right. Dead center.
That's just my interpretation, but that's just me.
No, you're smart. I agree with you. I think that's great. I've never noticed that about her going out of, going where that's out of frame. And it is dead center. It's
yeah. And the for
God.
sale just happens to be facing us, right?
And look at the ground. It looks like it was just painted. There's red spray paint on the ground right there.
And I want to know, then why was that paint? If it is completely innocent, then why didn't they leave it there when Chris McDonough came? If it's 100% innocent, why not just leave it? Be like, you know what? We had that down at the bottom. We had some whatever for it in it for sale, or the barrel itself was for sale, or what have you. We brought it up here to use it for whatever purposes. It's got nothing to do with it. Like, I don't think I would paint over the for sale, knock it over, and try to squish it. Why not just get rid of it entirely? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not any
And
part of that makes sense to me.
like if you just painted it and you got it from someone and it was already said for sale, which I believe is what Don had said, wouldn't you paint the for sale off of it too?
Right. Now, that was painted over. And I
Yes.
might be wrong here, but I almost think it was painted over with that purple paint. I'll have to look back at Chris McDonough's video, but it seems like it was
Scottish
painted
Mall,
over with
yes.
purple paint.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, there was like, was that a barrel? Remember at the end of their driveway, they had a something purple. Was it a barrel for dog food?
It wasn't a barrel. It was like one of those watering things that I think you plant them. If you don't put them under the ground, I think it's for watering farm animals.
Okay. And we Scottish Mall, yes, that was the same dress that she was wearing in that photo. That's what I just had asked because I thought so. And then, yeah, Izzy, never apologize. You guys tell me anything, we got to learn together and bring things to each other. I mean, that's how we learn. Just like Pink, you got this information. I'm so proud of you. I hope you guys please go subscribe. She's going to do some videos really soon, I swear. She really is.
I swear. I'm gonna make her.
Yep.
Oh, you're
for
so
real.
cute.
I love you so much, and I really think you'll do great on here. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, thank you. I
Smoky
couldn't
Blue
do it without you
Days.
guys. Know that.
She's a local and Smoky Blue Days, and she also knows law enforcement and stuff that have helped in the search or whatever. She said when it comes to general statements about what one thinks happened, 100%. That's also all I've heard. That's also all I've heard any local law enforcement or civilian say. As to give, I don't know, give not talk to one person in Tennessee. In northeastern Tennessee who says they're innocent. And she knows, like I said, she knows people. She went to school with people, lives in a neighborhood of people, just knows people that were involved in the investigation. Super interesting, you guys. Also, Harmony Montgomery news this week about the it being a homicide investigation. Oh my God, I know. I guess
Can I ask you something, Alex?
Yeah, of course.
Did that, or the whole chat for that matter, did not everybody's mind go to Rose immediately when Justin said that there was a history or a suspected history of the family with trafficking? I was just like, whoa. Because he doesn't know what I know, right? And I don't know what he knows, and we didn't even get into it.
That's exactly what I thought.
We literally recorded that, and that was it. I mean, because we all were kind of, like I said, we were there for different reasons. So I was just kind of putting some time aside. Then I ran and called you, but I didn't even, I thought of it at that moment, but I didn't even think to ask him.
Look,
if that's what he was talking about.
Vicky said, remember, Dawn said Summer likes to twirl and twirl, which is true. But check this out. Donna, Seriously, and Pointer Lover all said they thought of Rose when they heard that, and I did too immediately. I just didn't say anything because I was listening. But I wonder though, how would that even make sense? Because like she's grown, like if the family was involved, I don't know. I guess grown people are kidnapped for trafficking all the time.
If you can approach a family and make a deal once, if somebody will compromise their ethics and morals to that degree once, who's to say they wouldn't be approached again? Maybe there was some sort of relationship established after the fact. Who knows? Who knows?
Vicky,
what those
that's my thought too.
might be. But where I come back to is trafficking is so intricate and complicated, but we all know it happens. But we cannot get lost on how it happens. We've got to, I know these things sound outlandish and whatever people, and it's repellent. You don't want to think about it because it's tough. So I just think, like you were saying earlier, this does not mean you go after people or anything like that, but we have got to keep our ears open to everything and be,
Yep.
because I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a real possibility. I think it's
I
a
do
real
too. I
possibility.
really, really do. And Luana says, if you find Rose, you will find Summer. And I happen to think that's probably, possibly, very likely. But Vicky has said that, Rose is an adult. Couldn't she resist? But think about it. Adults go missing all the time for
You got
trafficking.
a guy jump up from behind you, and even if it were planned, like she did not planned by her, obviously, but planned by others. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
If you got caught off guard, it wouldn't. One person does it all the time. Say they had two people, it wouldn't have been hard. Wouldn't have been hard.
Plus, Candace, the rumors on the street are that, Rose had problems with Candace's care of her children, different things like that. And I mean, it's just rumors, but still.
I heard Candace with my own ears call her a bitch. Who would refer to their missing sister as a bitch? I mean, there's slang and there's nicknames, but we all have that line. Maybe she just doesn't have that line. I don't know, but it was almost like she just didn't want to hear about it. She didn't want to talk about it. She wanted to be asked questions about it. She's like, it was just very cold, very cold.
Yeah, it totally was. Okay, a couple things I want to say. First, Leave It to Bieber. Oh my God, I love you so much. You are one of my most favorites. She has an awesome channel, and you guys got to go over there and subscribe. Smoky Blue Day says, listen, so this is super interesting. Okay, she says, early on, I heard a lot of YouTubers kind of put forth this idea that the local area was in support of the Wells, and that might have been true in their intimate circles, but not generally around the community. The majority of the community that I talk to or see post on Facebook, etc., all seem to think they're guilty. I've even had an opportunity to talk to Ashley Daniels from WJHL since Summer went missing, and she's super sweet, by the way. Oh my God, I know you probably can't say what she said, but I can assume based on what you just said what she probably thinks. Bieber, I hope that you can go and watch this about Summer. Please, please, please rewind, because Pink Dahlia, just rewind. It's important. There's a little clip from Lips's latest video, and then Pink Dahlia did a really great video, and you got to see it. You got to. You have to realize she can't put her opinions on the news, right? This is her profession. Yep. She's not stupid. She knows when someone's feeding her a line of BS. Absolutely. You can tell that. We have records of family members being involved in yucky stuff. Yep, that's true. Grandis's brother she visited after Summer got gone. Huh. What do you think, Pink?
I'm just reading some of the chat. That just really struck me in that moment too. I'm sure you guys could see even on my face where I was like, a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Bieber, yeah. You go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's just, I don't think, really, can you guys think of another case where trafficking has popped up over and over and over again out of the father's mouth? It just comes up way too much for me in this.
Yeah, he has. Or,
and not from YouTubers.
Oh, wait, what did they say about, remember that Don tells on himself and he said something about being in the room with somebody,
yeah, he's seen this. He's been in hotel rooms with this. He hopes she's not in a dungeon, being beaten and tortured. The videos, the TikToks, the pictures that are all suspicious. Him saying he has a $50,000 debt. Him going to Mexico. Him going to Utah. Tell somebody, please explain to me. I'm sorry, I'm getting hot under the collar now. Somebody please explain to me what billionaire on the planet is going to do any kind of legit business with Don Wells and allow him on their property. That does not happen, you guys. Or it doesn't happen.
Who's going to loan him $50,000? A drug addict, a crackhead. You going to loan a crackhead $5? Hell no. You ain't loaning him nothing because if you give him anything, you ain't getting it back.
I had a job and I couldn't get a bag fronted to me, so I found that. I know he didn't get fronted $50,000 in drugs, but who knows why he might have owed them money. could have been anything.
Well,
Maybe he was
doesn't
supposed to
he
do a
say
job
that
and he didn't fulfill it.
Wait, but I thought he said that he borrowed 50,000. Remember?
Oh,
In
could
that
be.
text with
I
Jay,
just
that's
thought he
what
said
he
he owed.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd have
He
to
said
listen
he
to it
borrowed
again.
it. Here, let me see. I'll play that last 1 minute and see what she says here. And the text is on the screen. Watch.
Okay.
There's more. He goes on to explain that the 50,000, in his words, came from a quote unquote Mexican mafia and that he owed them 50 grand. He has paid them back 30, but he still owes them 20. And cocaine was discussed. So my question for Don, what?
See on the screen, he said, I borrowed 50,000. That was like not long
Yeah.
ago. That was before the prank, right before. Matter of
Right.
fact, the prank happened the day that Jay put that out, the morning Jay put it out, the prank happened that night.
Right. And let's just keep in mind that the cartel is not a bank. They don't give out loans on, the fact that you're working. No, they want to know that they got collateral in case you don't follow through on your debt. The bank
Oh
can
my
take your
God.
house away, but they can't touch you beyond that. But the cartel, they cut people's heads off, okay? And they play soccer with them. So they have no rules.
Damn, you're right, Pink. Oh my God, it's awful to think of.
I know. And this is this is why I felt crazy about this, because I just, in my guts, it's like, ding, trafficking pops up, ding. And I don't mean from YouTubers. I mean out of their mouths, out of what's been taken off their phones and stuff that we've seen. It's just come up too many times to not be relevant, in my opinion. I just don't see this in all these other cases. It's brought up, it's questioned, but this is different. This is just different.
Bieber, no, actually, I hadn't seen that he said that was a joke. Actually, I never heard that. But no, this wasn't even what it was about. It just tied into what Pink had learned. She went to a convention in Tennessee, and she met a search and rescue guy that helped in the search for Summer, and another guy there who has law enforcement buddies and stuff, and has talked to other people from conventions that have helped in the search. So they were saying that the guy says in the video, Pink interviewed him. We watched it. It's on her channel, though. It's in the description. You can just go watch that video really quick, actually, if you want. It's like 5 minutes. But he says that, the local law enforcement, they do believe that trafficking plays a role in this, whether it's, she's been sold or they have a drug debt or whatever, that they do believe that. And that they say that Don's own words kind of show you that, right? Because he's mentioned so many odd things.
Yeah. That he's seen this before. Alex, tell me, tell everybody, have you ever gone to pick up drugs when you were in active addiction and ever saw a child tied to something?
Oh, hell
yes,
no.
I'm not saying traffickers don't do drug deals, but not every drug dealer dabbles in trafficking. That's the striking difference.
The worst thing I saw was occasionally you would see addicts that would have their kids with them on deals and stuff, and that would make me so sick. But no, I never seen anything like that, right, ever.
No. And you've seen that and you did nothing about it? You're so opposed to it, but you didn't call anybody, you didn't do anything. Right.
Yeah, it's weird. Smoky Blue Days. So I
do you really think
Grandma,
a drug dealer is going to let somebody see that? That isn't
that isn't part of it. Yeah, exactly. Unless they're part of it. Okay, Smoky Blue Days.
Right.
I actually have spoke to Grandma, but we haven't spoke about Rose. I will say that she attends a missing persons event every year and puts a table up for Rose and stuff. And this year she did one for Summer. I did talk to her a little bit, and the most that she would really say to me is that I just want to say that, I love my grandkids really a lot, and they mean the world to me. So here's that missing persons thing that she does. Let me see. I know I got photos of it. I thought I did. Maybe I took them off. No. So says that it's Wisconsin's missing persons advocacy event every year. Candy sets up a table for Rose, and she set one up for Summer. And then this is on the table. So, yeah, didn't see anything about Candace going though. And Grandma could know or she couldn't. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I do believe that the parents know more, and I don't know that
Yeah.
Dawn knew always. I'm not sure how I
Right.
feel about it, or if I just don't know.
And I even looked back at Dr. Phil and the behavioral panel when Candace, I'm sorry, when Candace, I started to say Candace, when Candace only experiences a meltdown at the mention of the cornbread mafia. Maybe it had nothing to do with cornbread, but just the word mafia was a trigger. If he's dealing with people in
Yep.
Mexico and a billionaire in Utah, think about how many people could be trafficked between Utah and Mexico. First of
I've
all,
always
that's
thought
just a
that. I've
thought, but
always thought that. It's a
I mean, that
triangle.
is desolate
Utah.
out there.
Think about it. Tennessee, Utah, Mexico. That's like they're all, I don't know, so far from each other. But I will say that I've always thought that. From day one, when she got so upset over cornbread mafia, I've always thought that, because it's not the cornbread mafia. It's the word mafia, the organized crime.
Right. That's what I think, is everybody really delved into that, and it just didn't seem to bring much forward that was, because you see how that sort of just faded away, that particular topic. But I think it's because there wasn't a direct link between that particular organization that sold weed or whatever, if that even is true, and her meltdown. It's like that, just, there's a total disconnect there for me. Now, when you just think about it being a trigger word, that's a whole different conversation.
Now think about this. If someone says, "Why?" Vicky says, "Why wouldn't Ronnie speak to Dawn about that slip in the hotel room about seeing kids?" Okay, you know why? Think about this. They said that someone from higher up called and said, "Never mind the search on the barrels." That means that somebody from higher up has to, for trafficking, a lot of times they've got people helping in the police forces. Cher just did a video a couple weeks ago about a guy from not Sullivan County, the next county over, I believe, or it may have been Sullivan, from right by where Summer is, a police officer involved in child trafficking.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, it requires people inserted on every level to make this kind of thing work, and we know it's happening. So we just, like I said, we cannot have the how be lost on us. We gotta, even if it sounds insane, we don't have to speak in terms of like this is finite and definite, but we got to remain open, because I just feel like, I don't know, but then again, every other avenue has had to be investigated as well, so.
Poor Summer, though. I mean, my God, you guys.
I know. It kills me. That's why I've always said, like, I'm sorry. I don't want this little girl to be gone, but there are worse things than death, in my opinion. I'm not sure I could survive that mentally if I had been rescued physically. I'm not sure I don't know, but that's just me. That's just me. I would hate to, I don't know. I know that's a pretty bold statement to say, but it's just
I'm looking for something I want to show you from Evil Exists posted it, and I think I reshared it. So let me go look really quickly, and then we'll probably jump off here and get ready for freaking tomorrow. I have to get up at 5 a.m. and start driving all over for the whole day. But I know. Okay, let's see. I'm so glad you got to come on. I do want to talk about Ryan Upchurch still. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. Hell, I want to put him in the tie. I'd like to hear his opinion now.
Me too. And I kind of like, because see, like the same thing, it's not over. Just because they found her doesn't mean they know how she ended up there, truthfully.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of people have acted really weird. And again, it could be nothing. It could be, 15 minutes of fame, or just, they're not firing on all pistons. I don't know. But again, it's not done. Well, there's be more to come.
Look, Punksy, please keep talking with Pink. I'm doing EVP recording and getting a little girl. Okay, we'll keep talking. Oh my God.
Summer, if that's you, talk to us, baby girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Holy. I feel
Go
like,
Punksy.
here lately with all of this Kiely stuff, and, when a case blows up, just like with Gabby, then, people quit talking about Summer. It's just like she just thrown to the side. That's not the hot topic no more. And
Right.
that bothers me so bad. It
That's why I'm
does.
so glad that like we talked about going again and we haven't stopped talking about it because frankly, I just feel too invested. Like I didn't even really get thoroughly into many cases since then because I just feel like I'm committed to this.
Me too. Well, since she's doing an EVP, let's look at some photos of our girl and of our trip.
Yeah.
So, oh, look here. This is as a baby. Look at her.
Oh,
I know.
look
Oh
how
my
healthy she
goodness
looked as an
gracious.
infant compared to the day before the day she
She's so
disappeared.
cute. I
You know.
know she does. Look at her here. Oh.
Oh,
Okay, then we have Summer and the puppy. Poor
I just
baby.
still can't believe that they took that all the way down to her scalp like that.
I know, me
Aw.
neither. Right before school.
Right. Right.
Jenny carved that in the tree at our little memorial that we made for Summer, which is right there. Which, you know why this was, remember we went back and this was gone and our candles were gone, and that it's because you can't leave. There's certain things you can't leave there, and
Yeah.
that was part of it.
Yeah.
Then we have that. Oh, that was trash. I don't know why that's even on there.
I
The
still
mint.
have those candles and those mints to send out, by the way.
Look,
Bunny
that's at
ears.
the hippies.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
picture.
me
Summer.
too. So cute.
And then I think no. I
Did you
also
do that,
have
Alex?
yes.
That's adorable.
Thank you. I just put it in like a little app that kind of generates the photo, but and then we have that.
Well, and remember you did those smoke bombs for her. You
Oh
couldn't see them
yeah.
as well on the video, but that's what that made me think of were those smoke bombs that we did.
Yeah, we did. That was so cool. Like different colors. It was really
Yeah.
pretty.
It was all
Then
colorful.
you look here, and I saw another like zoomed in picture of this. It does actually look like the seatbelt is wet right there, right above the stain. If you look at the stain where it touches the seatbelt on the right side, right above that, you see a little spot where the seatbelt is darker, like as if something wet is on it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And when it's close up, it's even more noticeable.
And another, just on that photo, just for what it's worth, I did show that to my doctor. And I asked him if I didn't tell him the story. I just said, in your opinion, I realize this is a photograph on a phone. But looking at this, does this look like a sleeping child to you or what? And he said, no. He said, not maybe hypothermic or possibly dead, but it doesn't just look like she's sleeping. And he was pointing out what everybody has, the purple around her nails, the purple around her eyelids, how pale she was. That was my doctor. And this is without him knowing anything. And it was just his opinion on a glance, but still,
Yeah. We love you, Vicky. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They could have shaved her due to lice, is my thought. Well, that's the thing is that the
doesn't
boys
work.
had long hair. Yeah, it doesn't work. Not only that, the boys had long hair at the time, and they had lice shampoo and stuff in the house. So I don't know, because if there was a lice outbreak, then why would the boys have long hair still? But Summers was shaved, and so I don't know. Yeah, so that cop was seeking 4-year-old children, she said. And there was another cop, the cop that was just arrested, the person he was communicating with, who was actually an undercover agent. But the Sullivan cop thought he was communicating with the 4-year-old child's mother. Oh my God.
See, and that's from what I've dug in on trafficking. It's so rare that they just nab a kid. These are things that are arranged because they aren't willing to take that chance. You got to remember, this is what these people do for a living. Think about what y'all do for a living, and do you consider yourself good at your job? When it's your job and it's what you do every day, I don't know. But from what I've read from, what was supposed to be the horse's mouth of people that were involved in these things, they said it's so rare that it's only when it's a high roller who has a specific demand, who want like they want a specific child, or they want a specific look or something that they don't
Yeah.
currently have, but it has to be somebody with a lot of money. It's got to be worth their while. That's the only time they will nab a kid, is what this guy said. Now, this was in Europe, but still, I would imagine
Oh
it's a
my
business
God.
model, right? Like when you see a successful business model, you're going to copy it. So, but it's just so intricate and complicated. But there are some things when you start to look at what all trafficking involves. You can't have, that's why I don't believe Don and Candace are actually involved like with that business themselves. I think they were approached or told this is what's happening. That would all depend on what is actual fact leading up to that. You know, did they actually have a debt? You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Well, look
people
here. Okay.
get approached. Not they don't. It's rare that they get nabbed. Johnny Gosh got nabbed, but there's even questions that his dad was in on that. I don't think he's ever been 100% like
That's
cleared of that.
crazy. That's crazy to think about.
It was the one morning his dad didn't go on his paper route with him. His dad went every morning, apparently, from the stuff I've read.
So I dropped my email, Janelle, and they were saying they don't think her hands look normal either. Smoky Blue Days says that police officer was using the dark web to communicate with what he thought was the mother of a 4-year-old. Thank God it wasn't. I just cannot believe that. And Donna, this is what made me want to say something, this comment. This is something I've thought about for a long time. When she first went missing, they gave the wrong description. They gave pictures with long hair, and they had pictures with short hair. And they gave like very odd height and weight for her age. It didn't seem correct, and the wrong age. And then they give photos with long hair. I've always wondered, was it so they wouldn't find her, and you know, to throw them off?
And who gave him the picture with the long hair? Wasn't it Robin? Am I wrong there? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was
but
Robin.
I thought
Robin gave them some.
They don't have a good picture of her, I think is what she said.
Yeah.
And that was way younger, longer hair.
Candace think about Candace's phone. We've seen all the photos she's posted. You know
she
what I mean?
She should have given him the photo from the truck and then another one with her eyes open.
And how come the news has never used that photo in the truck and said, this is Summer on the last day right before she went missing. This is what she was wearing. This is what she looked like. Why have they never done that? Is it because they can't confirm when that was? I don't know. I really don't, but it's very curious.
That is weird. That is weird.
Let's see. That's crazy, Just Shay. Her husband does cleanup and wrecks and stuff, and he said that her hands also didn't look normal. But Pink, I guess I'll let you go. I want to talk to you later anyways about some other stuff, but I want to say that what you did here, I really appreciate. Not only did you give us more information, which you know we're all dying for, right? But you did something that's keeping her name in the public, especially while it's not the popular thing, you know? And I appreciate that more than you know. And I think you did a really freaking awesome job. And I think you got to keep...
well, there will be more to come. Like I said, I've got messages out to both these guys. I'm just waiting on a call back. You know, it's a weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's just out living their lives and back to business tomorrow. So I'll let you know for sure, Alex, and then we can let everybody know when I get something put together from them. If you know, if it's taking me too long, then we'll just do this again. You know what I mean? I'll just share it with you and we'll do it this way. If I just can't get my act together,
hopefully you can do it on your channel,
right?
And then we can talk about it here after. That's like this. I think that it's great, especially you're wanting to do a channel. So I want to. That's why I told you. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I keep telling her, like, even with this, she's like, you can play the video on your channel. I'm like, no, you upload it to your channel, and then we'll.
I sent it to Amber too because I'm like, I don't
know. It's funny. Summer is getting lost by creators. I do think it's possible that it was Marlena. It sounds more like her than Grandma all day, every day. But I need to go back and listen to her on Lip's channel and then go listen to the truck video again. I think that's probably what maybe we should do that. We listened to her today on Lip's channel. That was her. before we leave here, let me just pull up like a 10-second clip of her talking, and then we'll keep in mind the truck video, because it doesn't sound like grandma. The voice sounds more young than Candace.
Yeah. Granda sounds so gravelly to me, like me, but older.
Yeah,
And
she does.
the first time I heard that, I was like, that can't possibly be grandma.
I know,
I could,
me too.
I
My
doubt
daughter
I
was
could
there on
pull
that
off that voice.
Me neither. I couldn't. Here, let's hear it just for like 10 seconds.
Friday before that Tuesday she was missing.
What was it? What was that day like? Was you there?
No, her grandmother, Summer's grandmother, brought my daughter home.
How was
But
she? We call her Grandis. It's like Candace, but with a grandma.
Candace's mom is weird in her own way too. I mean, but
I
like
talked to her too.
Okay, now hold on. Just before we go, I gotta do this. Summerwell's truck video, maybe. If not, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna do it as soon as I log off anyway. Okay.
I know. I was kind of thinking, like, as I'm sitting here, I may not wait till tomorrow. I might just hit them up again. I'm all riled up now.
Okay, I don't know this channel, Cold Cases with Colette. I think I've heard that before. I will share. I'll just share the link, Lynn. I can grab it straight out of the video, so you don't have to go digging for it. And then
looks like she got it.
With grandmother, I wanted to show
you
So I wanted to show you the clip, and this is it. That was filmed by apparently Summer's grandmother. I wanted to.
Oh crap! What am I doing? Sorry. Hold on. Copy. Okay.
Show you it with no sound. It's just a short clip.
With no sound?
So I wanted to show you the clip,
Wait.
and this is it. That was filmed. It's just a short clip filmed in their car. Clip filmed in their car.
That just does not sound like grandma. It does not sound like grandma to me at all.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Now hold on. Let me just slow it down just like a little bit, just to see it. Here. And we'll do.
That's what I was trying to get. That's what I was.
It's just a short clip.
It's like a no instead of a no.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get. Still got her arm up? No.
Dude, that sound.
Oh my Lord.
Do you think it's her?
I don't know, but
yeah. It's
I can
closer
tell you
than
it's
grandma.
not. I can tell you it's not.
Yeah.
Still got her arm up? No.
Oh, hold on.
I'd be interested to know if Marlena smoked.
Me too.
Because I didn't always sound like this, you know.
Oh wait, I gotta slow it back down. Or yeah, speed it back up.
And yes, and she liked, I mean, in May at this time, she was talking to a boy that was.
Dude, that sounds way more like her than it does grandma.
For sure. Just a higher pitched voice. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, not
I know
so
it's not
dumb
simple.
blind.
I'd be interested to see if anybody had a voice way to run it through like a voice program to see if both hit the same markers. You know what I mean? If you could take a sample from each.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I don't know if that's something. I don't know if that's anything anybody has, but
I would love to. If anybody does, hit me up. Let's do it. Because I don't know how, but I'll be happy to do whatever I can and work, alongside of that. So I'm gonna put this video here, this clip here, or link here. That is the car video. Hit up share. Oh, okay. I definitely will. Do you have Marlena saying no? Not yet, but I'll look through this video and see. And then we can play no and no. I'll get back to it, you guys. Or I could do a pre-recorded thing. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Pink. I've kept you on here forever. I need to go eat dinner and get ready for school.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well, you
I
have a
appreciate
good day
you.
tomorrow. Just be safe if you're going to be out on the roads all day.
I will. I've got to do like 3 different trips to the school for morning, afternoon, and then football pickup. And then I've been helping give rides other places too. So it's just, yeah,
Well,
it's a.
yeah.
But yeah, I loved you coming up here, and thank you so much for doing this. It really means a lot to me and everybody else too.
For sure. Thanks for having me, and thanks everybody for just being here and continuing to care about this.
And I love you, and
So
thank you for recommending this blue vape. I love it. It tastes so yummy, and I'm not smoking as many cigarettes, So
yeah, I'm glad you like it.
All right. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Pink. I love you. Have a good night.
Love you, honey. Love you guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye. You hear that, LFT? Every time. Bye.